My name is Shalom Goldstone and welcome to my video. I hope you will enjoy the stories that I share. My jokes. You ever been to a restaurant where the waiter's skills are so legendary? They turn glassware into a spontaneous percussion concert? It's like, "Sir, your water comes with a side of shattered dreams and a symphony of clinks." Now, I was at this restaurant, and the manager catches the waiter munching on the plates like it's a buffet back in the kitchen. Manager's like, "What are you doing?" Waiter looks up, sauce on his face, and says, "I'm just making sure the dishes are seasoned to perfection, boss." Man, let me tell you about these rugby players, right? I stumbled into this bar one night, thinking I'd just enjoy a quiet drink. But little did I know, I walked right into the lion's den of craziness. These rugby dudes were wild, like they just escaped from a jungle or something. So, picture this. The bar is packed, and there's this group of rugby players huddled together, telling stories that sounded like they were straight out of a comedy movie. One guy claimed he tackled a kangaroo during a match. I mean, come on, a kangaroo? I didn't know whether to laugh or call animal control. They were slamming drinks like it was a competition, and I'm over here sipping my beer, thinking, man, I just want to enjoy my night without ending up in a rugby scrum. But these guys were having a blast, loud laughter echoing through the bar. Suddenly, they start chanting something that sounded like a war cry. I'm thinking, what is going on? Turns out they were gearing up for a spontaneous game right there in the bar. Chairs were flying, tables were knocked over. It was chaos. I was just trying to protect my drink, man. Rugby players, they don't play around, even in a bar. The next day, I decided to check out a rugby match just to see if it was as crazy on the field as it was in the bar. I figured maybe these guys were just letting off steam, you know? But let me tell you, the rugby field was like a whole other level of insanity. I'm watching these players, and it's like they have a playbook straight out of a circus. One guy does a backflip while passing the ball. Another one starts breakdancing in the middle of the field. I'm thinking, am I at a rugby match or a talent show? It's entertaining, but it's also downright intimidating. And then there's the locker room situation. I made the mistake of wandering into their turf, thinking I could use the facilities. Big mistake. They're all in there, but naked, comparing battle scars like it's a war zone. I quickly backed out, thinking, I just wanted to use the restroom, not witness a rugby anatomy lesson. But here's the kicker. These guys are also superstitious. I overheard one guy talking about how he never washes his lucky socks. Lucky socks. I'm sitting there thinking, bro, you're diving into mud pits and tackling people. Your socks are anything but lucky. Now, playing rugby with these dudes, that's a whole different level of fear. I mean, I'm not exactly the poster child for athleticism, and here they are, tackling each other like it's the apocalypse. It's like playing a game of chicken with a freight train. You just hope you come out in one piece. I joined a practice session once, thinking, how bad can it be? Turns out pretty damn bad. These guys were running drills that made me question my life choices. I felt like a deer surrounded by lions, and every time they shouted, "Scrum!" I half expected the ground to open up and swallow me whole. The worst part? They were having the time of their lives, laughing and joking while I was contemplating my existence. They'd throw me the ball, and it's like I suddenly forgot how to catch. One guy even nicknamed me Bambi. Yeah, real original. After that experience, I hung up my rugby dreams. I'll stick to watching from the sidelines, thank you very much. Those rugby players are a breed of their own, a wild and untamed species. Playing with them is like entering a parallel universe where chaos reigns, and laughter is the only currency. So, if you ever find yourself in a bar with rugby players, brace yourself for the unexpected. And if you're considering joining them on the field, just remember, it's not for the faint of heart or the uncoordinated like me.